What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Clint's Hot Props Des Moines edition. On this show, what we do is we run over this fight card, and I will give you my favorite props that stick out to me for UFC on Saturday. This is a show where we are striving for accuracy, all right? I will throw in dart throws. I will talk about long shot props, but I'm also going to give you my favorite props that I absolutely do think are going to hit, rather than just shopping around at crazy numbers, looking to throw darts around the board and catch something. So be forewarned, however, this is a week where I am less confident. This is a week where I actually think the value props are some of the ones that interest me the most, because I think this is a relatively low-level card, and there are cracks in the armor of a lot of these fighters. So be forewarned. I know we've been doing a lot of even monies. I know we talked about Ikram Aliashgarov by knockout at minus 160 last week. That's not the kind of stuff I've got for you guys this week. So if you're going to play some of these props, maybe lower the bankroll, the play size, the unit size by just a little bit to accommodate for the fact that these are some longer shots. But I like some of these spots this week. Let's get into it. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. First fight of the night, Juliana Killer Miller. I like her by submission, you guys. We got Juliana Miller by sub at plus 750. Now, that's overseas. We don't have a number yet stateside. DraftKings, FanDuel, they're dragging their feet. They haven't given me a number just yet. I expect it probably to be 8 or 9 to 1 when it comes out on this side of things, and I love that. I absolutely love that. We have seen that her opponent in this spot, Ivana, she gives up positions, and she gives up positions a lot. Juliana Miller is a 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu student. She's somebody who has a lot of finishes already in her very short UFC career. She's made a statement coming out already this week wearing the Jason mask that she is looking for a kill, she is looking for a finish, and she's taking on an opponent who we have seen, although she claims to be a BJJ black belt, lose position, let opponents slide off of her, let opponents lock up arm bars. Like, she's been in danger many times, and for all of Juliana Miller's faults, she is very big, she is young, and if she's coming into this fight healthy and rejuvenated, which she claims to be, I think she's a very dangerous fighter. So best case scenario is we end up in a ground scramble and we've got 10 to 1 in pocket for her to catch an arm in a women's MMA fight. I will take it. That's probably my favorite prop on the entire card this week, is Juliana Miller by sub, and right now you can get plus 750. The next one I want to talk to you about is in a very similar situation. Marina Rodriguez by KO is plus 775. Again, once that opens up stateside, you're probably going to get just a little bit better than that. So I kind of like Marina Rodriguez here, and I know I'm betraying my girl Jillian. We got the hat right there over my shoulder. I love Jillian, but we have seen what happens when she gets stuck standing. We have seen what happens when Jillian Robertson cannot get the fight to the ground. Now, Marina Rodriguez is somebody who has given up a takedown in every single one of her fights, but I call back to her last couple of fights. It has not come easy. And when Jillian doesn't get those takedowns easy, she gets boxed up and she loses minutes and she loses confidence and she shells up. I think the KO is completely live this week. Jillian Robertson has done a very good job to turn her career around, but at the end of the day, this is a big step up in competition for her, and I am worried that her singular skill set is not going to be enough to break her into that true contender circle at this weight class. I'm rooting for her. We'll see. I just don't know if she's going to be able to get it done this week. And if she can't get it done on the ground, then she's probably not going to be able to stand for very long with this chick. The next fight that I want to talk to you about, Miesha Tate to win by sub, is 5 to 1. The other thing in this fight that I want you to take a look at here are the round 2 and round 3 props. Miesha Tate round 2 is 10 to 1, round 3 is 16 to 1. We've seen Yana Santos with just brutal, awful takedown defense. Miesha Tate comes out there like a bulldog looking to get the fight to the ground. She wears on you, she tires you out, and once she's got you tired out, she looks for damage. This is a woman who wants to make a statement. She wants to make one more run at the title. She's never going to touch the title ever again, unfortunately, but she's going to try, and with that comes needing to get a finish, and her submission game really is where it's at. Yana Santos has proven to be very tough, so that's something that it's going to be difficult for her to get any kind of a knockout in this situation, unless it's like a ground and pound Jillian Robertson elbows TKO type situation. I think she's more than likely going to get the back and lock up a choke. So I think it's going to be Miesha Tate sub. I think it's going to be Miesha Tate sub round 3. So yeah, plus 500 Miesha Tate sub. I like that this week. The next one, Montel Jackson by knockout, plus 350. Now, there's a little bit of recency bias going into this one. We saw what he did last time out against Damon Blackshear. Damon Blackshear runs face first into punches. He's not the most durable guy you've ever seen. So this is not necessarily like a hit it out of the park home run. But what I have seen from his opponent here, Daniel Marcos, is he does get hit a lot. He's willing to trade a lot. And when he gets extended in fights, he does get tired. And we've seen that be an issue for him against guys with less power. Someone with a height and a reach advantage like Montel Jackson, that's going to be a problem. Somebody with the power and speed of Montel Jackson, that's going to be a problem. So as long as Montel Jackson is just not completely exposed here as not being a contender level fighter, which I think he probably is at this point, I think he's going to probably show out and he's going to win this fight by knockout. I think that Daniel Marcos' defensive issues are going to be just too much here, and Montel Jackson lands a big one on him. Next up, Santiago Ponzanibio by KO, TKO, or DQ. Plus 400 for him to go out there against Daniel Rodriguez and get the dang thing done. This is a winner gets a new hip type of fight, you guys. Both these men are old. Both these men are struggling. They're at the tail ends of their career. The difference being, I believe Santiago Ponzanibio is showing up, still trying to fight, still trying to claim what is his, still trying to prove a point. Whereas Daniel Rodriguez might just be out there to cash a check. He's only been knocked out once. And so that is something that I do want to go ahead and make mention of. However, it was recently, and it was in round one against a guy that Ian Gary has gone the distance with almost everybody else he's fought. He's not a massive power puncher. So the fact that he was knocked out by that guy and early has me thinking that the durability is probably slipping and he might be prime to go ahead and get clipped again. Santiago Ponzanibio is going to do his best to do that. You know, Alex Morono was landing some shots on this guy in his last fight. Santiago is a guy that will drag you deep into round 3 and then put you down once you're a little bit tired, once he's beaten you up for 10, 12 minutes. So I kind of like taking a flyer on him to win this fight by knockout, and plus 400 seems like a half-decent number for me. The last prop I want to make mention for you guys here this week is going to be Corey Sandhagen by knockout at plus 330. I know, it's crazy, but we're in a 25-minute fight. Davison Figeredo is a brick shithouse. He is a tough little bastard, but he's fighting up a weight class. He is small for this weight class. He's been relying on his grappling at this weight class. He also has obviously slowed down, all right? I know me and Liam, when we broke this fight down on Monday, we talked about the cone drill that he was doing where he was supposed to be dodging the frisbees as he was doing his footwork drills and stuff like that, and he was just eating those things to the face. So he doesn't really have a concept of head movement at this point, and that's going to be a problem for him. He's been taking a lot of damage in his last couple fights, and to this point, he just tanks it. Like, this is one of those guys that just seems impossible to knock out. Well, age eventually catches up to you. Size and strength eventually catches up to you. That guy that could never be knocked out before, eventually that durability goes. I think this might be the spot where that happens. Corey Sandhagen is streaking at the moment. He's all-time high on his confidence. He's all-time high on his well-roundedness. He's always been dangerous and deadly on the feet. His strikes are nasty, and I completely believe in a 25-minute fight, he will find an opportunity to land that kill shot. I like Corey Sandhagen. I like Corey Sandhagen by knockout on Saturday, you guys. That's it for the hot props this week. Tune in on Friday for the undefeated post-weigh-in show, and don't forget, you guys, let's roll.